Have you ever felt unappreciated or like no one paid attention to you, or you were just that person in the group chat that no one really listened to? I feel like that's Nemours, and Nemours is right here in Wilmington, Delaware. There's so much history here, and I think that's because it's the first state, but I just want to talk to you today about manifesting the life that you want. So I didn't grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth. I didn't, come from a lot of money, but I allow myself to prepare myself for my future. And what do I mean by that? A lot of online entrepreneurs talk about, future pacing. Like, what do you want your life to look like in 10 years? What is your ideal day? What are you doing? What are you eating? Who are you with? And I took it a step further. I went to Nemours Estate, which is owned by Alfred I. DuPont. He's no longer with us, but the DuPont family is very popular and a very rich family in Delaware. And he opened up his estate in his will. He said in his will that basically to have Nemours Estate for the public enjoyment. And I'm so happy he did that. He literally turned his house into a museum, but it doesn't even look like a museum. Like, of course, there are like the areas that kind of cover certain things because they don't want people to touch them, but it literally looks like the family was always there, like they just left and they went somewhere. So it was just really nice just to be able to walk through the lawns, and he really fashioned his garden and his house based off of Versailles, France. So like technically I never have to go to France in order to experience the lavish lifestyle of the rich. I literally could pretend to be wealthy for a few hours. And it was just so nice to walk through the gardens, to explore, see the lovely architecture that they had in their mind, like when they were going to build this stuff. Like, the estate is so big, I still need to go back and like see all the other stuff because it was just so much that you can't really experience in 2 to 3 hours. Like, it takes longer than that. You can have picnics there, all that kind of thing. So I tried to like walk through the space as if it was mine. What would I change about it? Or what were they possibly thinking as they walked through the grounds, as they walked through the house? And that was just something that was really important for me, like when I walked through the mansion and through the gardens as well. So, try to see if you can like tour some mansions, even if you don't buy them, or it's just some nice houses that you may want one day, so you can really see yourself in that space. Also, some things that I've been doing is, instead of like waiting to go to like a fancy restaurant, like I bought some white plates off of Amazon and I looked up some nice recipes. Like, even sometimes when I'm out with my friends and I'll be like, oh, this is a great menu, like I'm literally going to look up how I can make this at home, because I'm the type of person, I like to save money, and I'm like, I don't want to always go out. Like, why can't I just have that experience while I'm home? Because life is too short and you never know like if you'll actually reach your goals, but it's definitely important to still chase them. But to be able to just experience it, even if it's not mine, like I think that's a really fun thing to do. And so I try different recipes. I try to do my plating skills. Thank God for one of my clients, because she loves plating food, so I can like just look at like how she plates her food, and I could just give myself that experience. Like, I feel like a lot of people in this world don't experience. They just spend money to get that fast gratification, and then what do they have after that? So it's definitely good to envision like where you see your life in the next 10 years, the next few years. See who you really want to spend your time with, because certain relationships, certain friendships can be very draining if you're not paying attention. And so those are just some of the things that I do. I plan out my time so that I'm able to actually enjoy life and not be chained to just work, to just the computer. Like, I want to make sure that I have stuff that I can actually enjoy, that I can escape, and I can, feel that self-care. And you may be asking yourself, what's the point of envisioning a better future? What if things stay the same? And I want to encourage you to say, why can they not change? They should be able to change, especially if you work hard on it. I come from a background where I didn't have a silver spoon in my mouth. I was not born like that. And I was also limited by transportation. And so, while I did actively apply for jobs, that I actively, tried to make sure I was well-rounded enough to be accepted, I still wasn't accepted. And sometimes in the very instance, it didn't work out because I didn't have a car. And so, even my dad, a little secret, he really doesn't want me driving anywhere. So that kind of limits my ability in order to make money, to be quite frankly, because it's not like a lot of job opportunities in Delaware to begin with. Sometimes people forget Delaware's on the map. So I had to find a way for me to make money using my skill set and impacting other lives. I've never had a 9-to-5 job for those reasons that I specified earlier. And I remember talking to a good friend of mine a few years ago. We grew up together basically. And, we really thought that we have to struggle for X amount of years before we can be successful. Who came up with that? Like, people should be able to make income based off of their skill set and their ability to help people and, their personality, using their personality as an instrument, as a weapon in order to help other people succeed. And that's exactly what I decided to do with my online business. I do social media marketing. I'm a social media marketing coach for people, for entrepreneurs specifically who need that confidence in order to promote their products and their services online. We got closed down, and, it's really important to be able to make money from anywhere. And so that was why I pursued this path of online business, because I want my business to be able to work without me presently being there. I want to be successful, and I want my business to be successful without me having to put the work in. I'm putting it in now because everyone has to do that, and it's the right thing to do if you want to build a strong business. But at a certain point in time, you need to be able to step away from it and have other people lift that burden for you. And also have systems in place where it doesn't need people to be successful. And so that's why I started an online business. I also do financial coaching as well, because if you want to travel, if you want to be successful, you have to know how to manage your money. And so I just am really thankful for this age where self-education is really powerful right now. Like, you don't have to know everything in the book to get started. You can get started today as long as you find people that are willing to help you and give you the leg up. So that, my friends, is how you manifest the life that you want. Get those experiences in, try different things. Even if they're not yours, just kind of try them out if you can, and see the world, spend time with your family and friends, because when you go out and experience the world, you're able to come back to your audience, back to your followers with new perspectives, fresh content even. Some people will be like, I don't know what to post about. Go see the world. Tell us how you really felt when you were in that space. And after this video, I'm definitely going to be sharing more of my experience at Nemours Estate. And I'm also going to go back there, Lord willing. So, I hope that this encouraged you today. If you want to see more videos like this, if you need to see videos on social media marketing, or even how to attain financial stability, please subscribe, like, and don't forget to comment below, what does your dream day look like for you? Let me know.